Hey. Chapter 1. I look in the mirror, the reflection this can't be. I run away. I am lost. I am helpless. I am afraid. The mirror, it must be broken. I never felt like I fit in. I never felt comfortable in my own skin or accepted who I was. I found that if I ran away or if I presented myself a certain way, I could gain your acceptance. While here at Grinnell and sometimes in life, I played the intellectual. I played the black militant. And in some cases, even denied being black if I thought that it would gain your acceptance and you would respect me more. You know, I had one experience here at Grinnell College. I was afraid that the only reason why they accepted me is I guess they needed to pack the rooms here in Iowa with black kids. So they accepted me. I wasn't really ready to come to Grinnell. I wasn't as intelligent enough. Everyone else seemed so articulate and well-read and well-spoken. I'll never forget in class, a professor said, made a quote, mentioned some poetic verse, I thought, and the whole class laughed. And I didn't get it. The professor seemed to single me out, and he goes, "Rodgers, you didn't laugh." And I said, "I didn't get it." He goes, "You don't know Kafka?" And in my mind, I really said, "Oh, forget Kafka." I really didn't understand the joke. The whole class laughed. The whole class, I felt, gave me this look as if, "You didn't know? You didn't understand? You didn't get the joke?" That evening, in my mind, I had planned my suicide. They had figured it out. They knew. They knew I wasn't intelligent enough. They knew I didn't fit here. How was I going to recover? What was I going to do? So, what I chose was to run. Chapter 2. I look in the same mirror. There's a man, he's staring at me. He is crying. His face is in pain. I pretend I don't see him. I run again. I move the mirror. I can't handle seeing the man cry. You know, I felt like Swiss cheese. Empty and the holes were there. What was I supposed to do? How was I going to fill this void? I chose alcohol. I chose drugs. I chose tons of relationships to avoid sitting with me. I saw that I destroyed my family. I saw that I broke family relationships. I threw away tons of opportunities, constantly running, trying to fill a void, not accepting myself. I would let you close a little bit, but as soon as I let you close enough and you figured me out, I was running. Once I thought that you were going to expose my lie, I made sure that I ran away before you could see me. Brings us to chapter 3. I look in the mirror. There's a man staring at me. I see him. I'm prepared to run. It's a habit. My eyes meet his. I know who he is. It's me. But I run into a wall. I ran into a wall, all right. And in reality, that wall was love. My drinking and the alcohol, it went out of control. And something outside of me had to take control. County jail. County jail took control. After my education here at Grinnell, after some decent accomplishments, I find myself behind bars. Relationships were cut off. No family calling. No one to talk to. It was in that moment that I recognized that I was the key to my own wreckage. That I held the key to my own cell. Nothing outside of me closed it. I locked myself in. While I was there, I eventually got very, very silent. Nothing to do. all I could do was look at myself and realize you created this havoc. You put yourself here. And by the grace of God, that leads us to chapter 4. I look in the mirror. I face me. I don't run. This time I watch me cry. I witness the pain. I accept the reflection. And what I have learned is that the reflection is not always the one that you see in the mirror, but people, places, and things reflect back to you who you are. No kidding. 2 weeks out of that county jail, I met my wife. We were booksellers at Barnes & Noble. I'll never forget, I saw her, she took my breath away. But there was one key thing that I could not do. I could not make eye contact with her. Leslie, she would talk to me, she would try and make eye contact and have a conversation, and if you could imagine, she's trying to look at me, ducking and dodging, trying to make eye contact. I could not look at her. Why? Just like was mentioned, how could somebody love me? How could someone connect with me after what I had done and who I had been? How could anyone ever love me and I could not accept myself? And I asked her, why are you with me? And she quietly said, I figured if I loved you long enough, if I showed you unconditional love, you would eventually see it. I would reflect it back. When I tried to run, when I tried to get out of the relationship, she ran with me. Yeah. When I lied and told stories or did crazy things, she forgave me. When life got really out of control again, she helped me find treatment and balance. I guess 11 years and 3 boys later, I didn't get the message because I still didn't trust. And that leads us to chapter 5. I look in the mirror. The mirror is in your eyes. The reflection of love and light seems to be coming from outside of me. I love you. The beauty I see on the outside is a reflection of me. Have you ever had the type of love, the type of relationship where you think it's dependent on the person, place, or thing? That you really believe that you're not complete unless this person is around. That every phone call, you can call on the phone and you just have to listen to them breathe. That when you're around them, everything is perfect. When you're not around them, it just doesn't seem right. Luckily, we married, and I maintained my openness. I maintained my vulnerability. And because life got busy, because life moved on, had to get a job and do all those good things, I recognized that the love I thought was from her was within all along. That everything that I had been seeking, that I thought this person was providing, this person was affirming, was already within inside. Already inside, everything that I thought that this person was reflecting to me was inside. It was a mirror. It was a reflection of the beauty that was within. And that brings us to a beautiful chapter 6. I look in the mirror. I face me. I smile. I love who is looking at me. Finally, after all of that running, after all that dodging, after all of that denial, everything that I had been attempting to run from, I had to face. Even this experience today. 22 years ago, I graduated from Grinnell in 1993. And what I did was basically pack up my dad's car and let's get out of here. I did not want to look back. It was a hard transition. It was difficult to come from Queens, New York, and attempt to assimilate into Iowa. It was very difficult for me. I didn't want to look. The shame, the person that I wanted to become, I was not. It has been the best thing in the world. for me to look in the mirror, face me, come back to Grinnell, and really see that I was the one that held the key all along to this shame. That Grinnell almost had me embrace it all. So what I have learned is that in that vulnerability is my strength. That in that ability to allow my light to shine allows you to have your light to shine. When I can reflect the best to you, then it comes back to me and I grow as well. What that does is it moves us all forward to be beautiful reflections for one another. Reflect the best. Don't let the shame get in your way. Allow yourself to be open and vulnerable and to reflect the beauty that is in each one of us. And on that note, Ben, can we close this chapter? Thank you.